Hi. I'm doing something, and I'm not sure how it's gonna go. I'm riding one of these.
Hi. Give everything to my wife.
Well, first of all, welcome to Urban Pedal Tours. Thanks for coming to join me tonight. My name is Matt. I will be your guide tonight. Taking you around a little tour, a 2-hour tour of Old Strathcona area.
Alright. Nikki's cold.
Freezing.
I'm
You
cold.
do and any time if it does rain, guys,
Very
I do
cold.
have ponchos.
You can't help but notice, Jesse, that you're not pedaling.
The bonus of pedaling is
Drinking.
These guys here think we're gonna die here. I always look at September as kind of the start of a new year. I don't know why it's that way. Maybe it's because of school starting and things like that. But I've always felt that way. Actually, I feel more that it's a fresh start than even January 1st would be. That being said, I evaluate where I am and where I'm going quite frequently. I think it's important that we do that because if we don't, we can easily, quickly lose track of the direction we're supposed to go. Let me ask you this question. When you honestly take a look and think about where you're going, do you see opportunity or do you see a lot of risk? Let me explain. I want to talk to you a little bit about faith. Now, don't get freaked out and think I'm going to start preaching at you. Faith is a real word, and you can just look it up in the dictionary and you'll see what I mean. But there is a level of faith that we use every single day. You believe that when you wake up in the morning, you're going to go to your car and it's going to get you to work. So you're using faith all the time, and you can look at your life and you can see there's lots of times you just believe something's going to happen and you don't even really have to think about it. It's just there. When it comes to ourselves, though, and it comes to something like me being successful, faith gets challenged. Why? It's the age-old thing. If I can't see it, I can't believe it. But as I pointed out with the car analogy, you don't really know if your car's gonna work, you just have faith it will. So when I asked you, do you see opportunity in your future, or do you see a lot of risk? Could be a matter of where your faith is being placed. Is it being placed in who you are and who you believe you are? Or is it being placed in fear? All right, I'm in the brew room of Situation Brewing. We're gonna get a little bit of a tour, which I'm not gonna bore you with because some of you just like to drink beer and not know how it's made. How dare you?
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey, we got everybody?
Who cares?
So, we've pedaled so much.
Miles? Would you say miles?
I would say we've done a good 40, 50 miles of pedaling.
All right, guys, you ready to roll? Let's go,
And we're going. We're turning on.
Guys, that is pedal tours. You guys are awesome. Thanks, guys. Pedaling arms. Yeah, they do. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Talking about seeing yourself in a certain place, in a certain light, in a certain position. And it takes faith to see that. It's something you can't just kind of have a map for and just know where it's going to take you. But a lot of people, a lot of successful people that I've talked to have had faith that the path they were on was the path they needed to go to. Was there risk? Yes, of course there was. That's not what I'm saying. There's always going to be risk because you just don't know. But when that risk limits you from actually going forward, it becomes fear. And when you put faith into fear, you still have faith, yes, but fear is the power to keep you out of your destiny. Think about that. You are placing power into something. Every day you do it. Every day when you wake up, you're believing things are going to happen. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say if you just kind of like power of the mind and everything's going to work out the way you want it to. There's life that happens and there's billions of people on the earth that mess with all that stuff. But what I am saying is if you can actually evaluate yourself and look at yourself and say, hey, I have these gifts, I have these talents, I have this ability to do these things. If I were to actually apply myself and start to do them, maybe it it would go in a direction I could actually look forward to. Or you can sit back and count all the reasons why it's a bad idea. How many people do we know that have sat back and counted the bad ideas, and then when it's time to retire, they look back at their life and say, I wish I just took that one little risk. Happens all the time. I don't want it to happen to me. I don't want it to happen to you. It is going to take a little bit of faith. It's going to take a lot of hard work. It is going to take some risk. But at the end of the day, are you being ruled by the belief that you're actually going somewhere that's a good place? Or are you being ruled by fear? If we're being ruled by fear, no matter what comes, it just isn't gonna work. Fear kills us, puts us down, so we can't get back up. So today, have faith, keep going forward.